What's happening, guys? Wanted to give you an introduction to my tank, a bit of a rundown on how I built it, also let you know what equipment I'm running, and show you my fresh stock list. Also the problems I've encountered in the first month of reefing. So here we go. This all started about a year ago. All these videos popping up on YouTube of people's reefs, and what made me inquisitive as to whether I could actually make a reef work. It's always thought that it was so hard to maintain, to keep up. So I thought, why not give it a shot? But I could never find the tank I wanted. So I decided I'd build my own. I've kind of always been a little bit handy, so I decided I wanted acrylic. Glass was just too easy, and I just like the clarity and whatnot of acrylic. You can't really see, I guess, but I just love the way you can actually see everything so clearly. So I tried to find some 10mm, but it was way too expensive from all the shops. I looked around on Gumtree. For anyone in US, that's like your Craigslist, and I found some 10mm acrylic, 10 sheets of it, 4 of them new and 6 used. So I decided I'd take a shot, give it a go. So this is what I came up with. It's 1.4 meters long, I believe, 55 wide and 32 high. I always wanted a shallow reef because my whole point to this is I wanted to keep frags, pretty much see if I can grow coral and see how it goes. So that was my intention, to have a shallow reef. Next I needed my sump. I had a few glass tanks sitting outside, so I decided I'd cut one of them down. I used to be a glazier, so I know how to cut glass fairly well. Cut all this up and decided it was quite hard to find the right sump design. I kind of went with, if you can see here, I've got, oh hang on, we'll show you the overflow first. I've got the twin bean animal overflow, overflow with the safety one there, whatever it's called. I'm new to this, forgive me. But I built that, got it in there, and also made some custom acrylic, what are they called, filter sock holders. So I've got my Skims protein skimmer in there. Also a phosphine reactor back there. It's not actually running at the moment because, as you can see, the stock list isn't very large, with 2 roughly 1-inch Nemos in the tank. I've got a section here for a refugium or whatever if it called for it at a later date. Also made a catch piece of acrylic for anything that came over so it didn't get sucked into the return pump. Running the DCS 3000. It seems like a pretty good pump. It's only a fairly small system, so that's all about I need. But you can see the plumbing here. I haven't got the chiller hooked up, but that's what that guy's for. There's the overflow, and sorry about the camera work, guys. Before I forget, this is my custom overflow weir thingy-mabob. I was pretty proud of myself. I think I've done a good job. It's all tinted. I've got tint on the bottom of the tank too. Bare bottom. Didn't want to deal with sand issues. Back to the important stuff. Here's my little controllers. Got an RW8 and, as I said previously, the DCS 3000. Makes me feel more manly because I can turn knobs and push buttons. Kind of cool. Also, I made this bad boy from ATO reservoir. Got some drawers here for just crap. But my second-hand ATO that I bought off someone, plugged it in and didn't even work. Don't buy second-hand shit. What prompted me to make this video was the difference between these two tanks. This is a quarantine tank I set up for all my coral. I wanted to make sure I did everything as properly as I could and make sure there was no bugs, no anything that was going to screw with my system. But it's amazing the difference. We've got over here a relatively new tank. Both these tanks have been cycling the exact amount of time. And these two guys have been in here for, yeah, the month that I've had everything good and cycled. But this tank is a complete different story. You see here, everywhere. Focus you. We have hair algae. We have what I'm guessing was a diatom bloom, and crap everywhere. All over the power head. So I'm gonna have to deal with that. I've checked the phosphates and it was slightly high. Obviously I haven't got a protein skimmer or the reactor on this one, so you gotta do what you gotta do. In this tank I've got a frog spawn. He's a thick base frog spawn, something or other. That's some kind of Montipora. But if you look here, I believe we have issues. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at pictures I've taken of these a few weeks ago and see if that's new growth or if we might just have something eating that guy. We have here definitely something I need to get rid of. Two little, I believe, pest and enemies. I've been a little bit lazy. I kind of, been new to the hobby, thought they might have been new polyps growing when they were small, but it's become clear to me lately that these guys need to be dealt with. Look at that algae everywhere, it's horrible. Ugh. I hate dirtiness. So here we have my maze brain coral. This guy's called the Hulk. He's cool. You should see him at night. He goes insane. The tentacles are insane. There's a better view of this guy. I might have to actually clean the tank and show you guys. But my whole point of today is I'm going to be dipping everything, re-dipping everything, should I say. I made sure I had a thorough quarantine with, what have we got? We've got our Coral Protect and also the Seachem Reef Dip. So I double dipped everything. We will be doing the same again today. This guy, you can't really see it on camera with the blue lights, but he's a pink dotted chalice, I believe. He's kind of cool. Yeah, the missus picked him. So that's a bit of a rundown on what I have in my tank coral wise, what I'm going to do to try to avoid any more issues, because I want to get more coral. I just want to make sure I don't kill a few $100 worth of coral already. Yeah, just before I go, also more equipment. I've got one of the STC 1000 chiller heater thingy, because it has been incredibly hot over here in Australia. We're hitting 38 degrees on some days. That's 38 Celsius, which would be 80. It's quite hot. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's hot. The tank has been struggling to keep cool, so I've had to hook up. I've got a Halia 150A chiller. Seems to be managing pretty well, although the thermostat on it was quite craptacular, so we had to make sure we swapped it to the previously mentioned heat sensor thingo. Good English. Just a bit more equipment. We've got spare power boards, frag plugs, razor blades, knives, grip things, tape, clamps. Gotta have the zip ties. Everyone needs a zip tie every now and again, and this guy looks more sus than it is, I swear. We also have a couple of bowls for doing my coral dips slash acclimation. That's the word I'm looking for. I told you I wasn't good at English. We got spare filter socks and some drip stuff. My missus is amazing and gets me all these weird looking fancy things that I don't even know what do, but I'm sure I'll use it one day. And down here we have a couple of towels and some salt. So yeah, that'll about do it for this video. I'm gonna be putting up another video on dipping my corals, so feel free to watch it and subscribe if you want to see more. See you guys.